What's going on, guys? I'm gonna do another video. In this one, I'm gonna be showing you how to make a survival starter house with an interior. It's kind of a starter house. It's a little bit big for a starter house. You need a lot of materials. I have the material numbers. That's what I'm gonna do with survival houses. Hello, playing a Giza play. Yay. Um. So I'm gonna tell you how these work because normally what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna build a house, and I'm gonna try not to fly while I'm building the house. Except for doing longer things such as the roof. Like if I'm counting up, I'll jump up. That's just so it's easier to do. And something else I wanted to say. Well, today's been a crazy day. I'll get to that later. And also, I am 1/8 of the way to 1,000 subscribers. It's it's crazy, to be honest. An eighth is like a small fraction, but for 1,000, that's pretty big. 125. Now I just need to hit a fourth, or probably a fifth would be next. All the other ones, they're like weird fractions, so, or decimals. So I'm gonna give you an end or a round on this house. I have 16 subs. That's nice. Hey, it's more than 15, and also what the heck? Also lower numbers. Just saw a glimpse of the Matrix there. But, yeah, I'm gonna show you the very disgusting inside. It's very, very open. So, keep in mind, this is just sort of a starter house. Obviously, if you're like, along, you're gonna add more chests, anvil, smoker, blast furnace, stone cutter if you really want to, enchanting table. Who's room for all of it? Can you friend me? I still don't have the Microsoft. Well, to friend somebody, you need the same thing. Like, you still need Microsoft and everything, and I don't have Microsoft. Also, I think I'm getting a gold controller. Not that anybody cares, but the materials you're needing for this are... I'm going to tell you all the materials for the outside. I'm going to tell you the numbers that you need of each of them. Oh, yeah. You're going to need... Hang on, I'll look at that after I say the materials. Oak wood planks. Logs, but whatever. Are these called oak wood? No, it's called just oak wood. Glass panes, oak door, and birchwood stairs. Is there another comment? No, it's just that taking shorter. So, I'm going to tell you the numbers twice. For oak planks, you need 276. For oak logs, you need 128. For glass panes, you need 28. Lol. For oak doors, you need a whole whopping one of them. And you need 319 birch stairs. So I'm going to say that again. 276 oak planks, 128 oak logs, 28 glass panes, one oak door, and 319 birch stairs. And no, I'm not remembering that off the top of my head, because there's no way I'd be able to do that. And inside blocks, you need cobble, oak planks, torches, beds, chest, crafting table, furnace, and I'll tell you the numbers when we get there. A lot of material. Yeah, for a starter house. So the space we need for your starter, quote-unquote, house is a 19 by 18. And you're going to start at the front right-hand corner and count left by 1. And, okay, sorry. Count left by 1 if you could, cough, if you made it. And you're going to count up by 5 with oak logs. Or go up, I should say. I don't know. You're going to want to go left with 6 oak logs. And then you're going to place a row to the left of this that is just as tall. So I'm going to show you that. I'm going to have to fly up every once in a while. So this is what you should have. It's just like because I wanted you to jump down and then do it because of how this is going to look like this. And it's going to actually, that's wrong, isn't it? No, that's right. Is it wrong? No, it's right. Okay. However, the way I did this is pretty dumb. Come to the right side and you're going to want to count backwards by 15 with oak logs. and then place a row of oak logs behind that. So you can see where the grid does overlap. Also, I do want to say this. I would suggest getting more than what I've told you because I sometimes make mathematical errors. So it's always good to have, like, let's say 290, which was, I think, the Planck number. Maybe you get, like, 315 or whatever. Just so you have extra in case I did miscalculate some, even, like, 350. I mean, maybe that's a little overkill, but it's just nice to have those extra. From this back oak log, you're going to count left with 6 oak logs. And you're going to place a row of oak logs to the left of that is ground up. So you should have this. Give you an overhead. When you get the Microsoft account, find me and try to do a stream. I don't necessarily know I'm going to get a Microsoft account because I'm just a PlayStation guy, and, yeah, that's really all. I'm going to have a 360, but it doesn't even have an internet connection. Every time I get on there, it says there's no Xbox Live, and I'm like, whatever. So, from this block, you're going to count left an additional amount of blocks. Yeah, that was really helpful. You're going to count left by 9 oak logs. It has just been one heck of a day. And then place a row of oak logs to the left of that ground up again. You might die by the end of this, but that's okay. You should have this. We're currently doing frames. And then we'll do the oak. And then we're going to do the roof, which is the fun part. Or the unfun part. You're going to count forwards from this with 10 oak logs. It's freaking windy today. And then place a row of oak logs in front of that ground up again. And then you're going to take this oak log and bring it right by 9 with oak logs. And then again, place a row of oak logs to the left of this ground up. And then connect the top of this together to the front with oak logs. This is your overhead view. Where the oak logs are facing up, that is where there are, that's where there are pillars. I guess let's continue on with the frame. Every single oak log that is facing up, you're going to place an additional oak log on top of it. Oh, yeah. You might want to have some, like, extra dirt or whatever in case you do what I just did. And that's flat. Well, I do also have an elytra, so I don't know if that had something to do with it. Yeah, right there, it almost took off. But it doesn't really have the leverage that it does in PlayStation 4 edition. It had nice leverage, but now it does not have that leverage. Ooh, I just made a 4-block jump. Look at me. Okay, I failed. It should now look like this. It kind of looks like a boat dock. You could even just, like, make this a little bit smaller and just fill in the top with, like, oak planks or whatever. And there you go. It's a boat dock. You're gonna want to, on top of, so if you're at the front, which this is the front, by the way, the part that sticks outwards, you're gonna place a birch stair on top of either, nice stream, bro, thank you, SPY Apex, yeah, don't do that. You're gonna place a birch stair on top of either, oak log. Now the one that make sure you're still on one of the birch stairs, you're gonna place, or you could even come to the ground if you wanted to, you could place another row of, place another birch stair that is sticking outwards a row, just like that, and do that on both sides. You're gonna want to, yeah, you're gonna have to find your way back up to there. I don't know if I can, wait, I can probably make that, no, well, you can do that, there you go. You're gonna build up birch stairs from either side until you hit it should be a 2-block point where they connect. It should be pretty much the direct center, so I think I have to go one more block. Now make sure that you don't have your birch stair underhang. You can have it at first, however you're gonna have to get rid of it, because it's not gonna be used for anything. There you go. Now to find my way down. And then break your underhangs, as I said, because they're not used. And then place oak logs, sorry, not planks, oak logs under, that's again planks, an oak log under every single birch stair, making sure it faces down like this. You're not going to see the bottoms of these, as you're going to want to place upside down birch stairs under there. There's tips to build a house. People will see this as good use. Yeah, that's kind of a big thing about tutorials too. Like, you don't necessarily have to follow them to become better, like to be able to build something cool, like similar to this. Cause, by the way, it should look like this. Cause if you just like watch tutorials, you'll get inspiration, and then you'll see, okay, other people build like this, and then not necessarily like taking the whole design, but kind of taking like little things out of that. And even real world examples are great for that. So if you're on the inside still stuck, you're gonna want to, yeah, I can't even get in there anymore. You're gonna want to find a way over to somewhere like this, and then you're just gonna fill in the back of this in with oak planks. I can barely reach that. It's the first part of oak planks. It should look like this in the front. I do actually really like that. I didn't like look at it at the original very much because it kind of has different, but just like that, it looks cool. Yeah, 100%. It's more about inspiration than anything, I feel like. Now, you're going to want to, what you just did, you're going to want to do it to these two at the back. You're going to do the exact same thing. I'm not going to walk through it again because whatever. So it's going to want to, again, sit flat just like this, except obviously on the side it's going to want to overhang. So as I do this, I'm just going to fly because you guys know how to do this. I'm going to talk about a little fun story that happened today. So when I went to the bus stop this morning, which, you know, normal day, and it was raining. So I was, it was a little bad, and then it got significantly worse. So the time we got on the bus, it was, like, pretty bad, and then it got worse once we got on the bus. So then we got to the school, and they told us, there were people standing, like, right in front at the doors. They told us to go to a different hallway, so I was like, that's weird. But then I realized we had a little bit of a tornado, lockdown thing, whatever they're called. I don't even know what they're called. So yeah, we were, normally it'd be 8:20 that we get, like, to our first class. I think it was more like 8:50 or 8:40. And I got in the building at like 7:56. So yeah, we're sitting there for a good 20 minutes. But they, hang on, I'm gonna tell you the next step. You're gonna want to connect the right side of this together. You do not want to connect, so right at the center, everything to this side. To this side, you don't want to connect it because it's gonna be weird. So I'm just gonna fly for this because it's easier for me. So I'm gonna continue with my story. So they tossed around beach balls, and that was fun because we all got to like play with beach balls. And then also they let us use our phones too. Well, I didn't really use my phone, I just was texting people to be like, hey, this thing's going on. Once you've done that, you should have this. If you can't fly, then, you know, that's a personal thing. I'm starting with the roof, I don't know why. So, assuming you're on top of the roof, you're going to want to make your way over to the left side, and you're going to want to basically do the same thing, make a peak. So, again, your birch stairs, just like this. I'm going to fly because I don't really feel like doing it. And then your birch stairs pillaring up, and then obviously with your birch, or your oak logs under it. Until you hit, again, the same 2-block peak as before. I'm just gonna fly for this because it's basically the same thing. However, this is gonna get a little bit interesting after this, so. Do I have anything else to say? Not really. And then, yeah, only after that, everything was normal. But it's still windy. And apparently there was a tornado that touched down somewhere. It wasn't, like, right there, but it was somewhere nearby. Or like 30 minutes away, I think, or 40, I don't know. But there was a tornado somewhere that did touch down. So yeah, that's great. What a lovely way to start a fly day. It's very, very weird. Once you've done that, you should have this. Now notice that this peak is taller than this by a little bit. but we're gonna ignore that for now. So, if you're, let's say you're at the top, or you'd probably be on the, probably like on this row. This row of birch stairs that overhangs the edge by one is gonna want to come towards this side, and this stair right here you're gonna want to destroy, and you're gonna place this stair basically in front of where it was. So the stair was here, this stair is gonna want to go here, and then the rest of your roof you're gonna want to just bring left, and then connect it to this roof. So like at the back, it's this first row is gonna connect like that. However, this front row here, it's gonna go like this, and it's gonna want to curve and touch this roof. And then obviously you're just gonna do this for the entirety of the rows. And then the top, I think the top 2 rows, so it'd be 4 stairs, are not gonna end up connecting to anything. So you're just gonna ignore them for now and don't bring them across, because we're gonna do something special with them right after. Also, ooh, that'd actually be cool for like a roof design or something, like, I don't know, like an abandoned building, use upside down stairs so it's kind of weird, like it's poking up or something, like the roof is coming undone. That's what I'm looking for. However, when you're just trying to place stairs and it happens, it's very annoying. I mean, unless you're trying to build something abandoned, then that would be perfectly fine. I should do abandoned things for tutorials. I've never done that. You should have something that looks a lot like this. So the fun, it's very, very weird right now, but yeah. I'll give you a little small end around. And then these top 4 rows of birch stairs, you're gonna bring the cost just the same. However, once you hit the last row, you're gonna want to stop. So basically it's gonna stop before it starts to overhang anything. If I could figure out how these things are supposed to work. So like this. See how it's not overhanging at all or coming out? That's gonna want to be exactly like that. God, is it hard to place. I really feel bad for survival players that have to build something huge. So you should have a small gap, just like this. And then it's gonna be filled in with oak logs. Without breaking stairs. Oh, I broke 2. That's why creative is also dumb. And then I just did that. Incredible. Now I have to sneeze. I knew it was coming. So, find a way to jump down safely, unlike what I just did. And you should have something that looks, basically it's a skeleton with a roof on it. You still need the walls, though. So, come to this front left pillar, and it's not really the front, but it's the, I guess it's the first, it's the pillar that I started on in this build, which you wouldn't know. So, this is the front right corner, the left corner, I guess the left side. Come to the front of the left side. And inwards there, you're going to place an oak plank. Bring it right by 3. Then place an oak door. Then place oak planks wrapping around this pillar. And then coming till it's inwards diagonal from this pillar. So here, let me show you from the inside what this looks like. It should look like that. You're going to keep moving this oak plank. You're going to move it right by 5. And then you're just going to continue moving it around the build. Basically inside from the pillars by a row. It's going to make sure it goes behind this pillar too. That's important. Or you can just do it on the inside, but whatever. And it's just going to connect back to the point. So I'm going to show you, like, up at the roof. It should look like this. It's kind of like a P. A really, really, no, it's more like a 7. It's a backwards P, that's what it is. Or this way, it's a B. A really, really bad shaped B. Or bad shaped music note. No, it's a shoe, obviously. So, the back wall, I think it's the back wall. There's a little, yeah. The entirety of the back wall is going to want to just be filled in with oak planks. So you're going to place 3 rows of oak planks on top of this original row of oak planks. I would suggest doing this on the inside so you do not mess up with this pillar here. Because I know that thing can be evil. just like that. Come to, I guess we're gonna do the left side because that's where I started going. And going forward, you're gonna want to place 6 oak planks, 2 glass God, I keep saying glass panes, and 1 oak plank. Copy that row one more time. Oh yeah, I would suggest getting more glass panes too. Sorry, my voice keeps cracking. Because, you know, glass panes, if you place them wrong, it's gonna be bad. My voice, everything is not working for me. You're gonna just place a row of oak on top of that. There is your second side complete. Now, you're gonna wanna place, going right, 2 glass panes, 1 oak plank, skip over the door, 1 oak plank, 2 glass panes, and technically it should be 3 oak planks, because you have these 2 behind. You're gonna want to copy that row one more time, except place an oak plank above the door. It's just been a weird day. And then place a row of oak planks on top of that. I'll get there eventually, don't worry. You're gonna bring this row of oak planks forwards with 2 rows of oak planks. And then the bottom 2 rows are gonna come forward with 2 rows of glass panes. And then 1 row of oak. Place oak again above the panes and stuff. So you should have this. The right side, obviously we have this portion here, so you're gonna go left to right, place 1 oak plank, 2 glass panes, and 2 oak planks. Copy that row one more time. I'm just great at this whole pane placing thing. And then place a row of oak on top of that. On the left side of the front of the building, you're just going to place a 2x2 window that should be directly across from that window. And then the rest of the side is just going to be oak planks. So I'm going to give you an end around again because my explanations have been bad today. So this is the right side. It's harder, I feel like, for a house like this. Because there are kind of lots of numbers and stuff. Well, not lots of numbers. It's just the shape of it is kind of weird. And also, my brain has not been functioning at all this week. There's the back. And there's the right. Once you've done that, clear your inventory. And for the interior, you are going to need... I'm going to do the same thing. Cobblestone. Oak planks again. Yes, more of them. Torches. And this one I'm going to actually talk about in a second. Bed. Any color bed, does not matter. Chests. Multiple of them, yes. Crafting table. And furnace. Now this is a starter house. I'd say blast furnace, smoker, anvil, enchanting table, stuff like that. It's just a normal house. Normal survival house. But this is a starter house, so... And the numbers of each material. Cobblestone, you need 133. Oak planks, you need 133. Torches, it doesn't matter, however many you feel you need. Bed, 1, preferably, unless this is like a joint survival where you have multiple people. Maybe you could use 2 or whatever. Chests, I'd say at least 4. Crafting table, 1, that's really all you need. And then furnace, 1 or more. So I'm going to go over that again. 133 cobblestone, 133 oak planks, whatever amount of torches you feel is necessary, as many beds, preferably 1, but if you need more, put more, 4 more chests, 1 crafting table, and 1 furnace or more. So come inside and we're going to start with the most boring part. You're going to break the entire floor and replace it with cobblestone. Oh, I made a mistake. It's actually 132 oak planks. Because I thought that they were the same. Or it's either 134, no, it should be 133. Because this block I was counting as an oak plank that you need up there. But you don't really need one there because, well, you already got one there. So yeah, that's just a small error, so whatever, you'll have extra. Oh no. And unless you did something or you need something or something. Unless you, I don't know. That oak plank could be used towards your bed. And I'll break under the door. So under the door will be your 133rd block of cobble, which is why it should be 132 oak planks, but I kind of forgot about that. It's just one block though, so there's an example of me making a mathematical error. It's more of an assumption, but whatever. It's normally I feel like it'd be less, but if it's more, drastically more, then you could say something in the comments if there's a problem, and I will definitely probably pin that if I realize, oh yeah, that's definitely a mistake, but I don't think I've made any mistakes. This is only the second tutorial I've actually given you numbers, because the only other one was the puzzle store, because I didn't want to do an interior for it, so that was my, I guess, offset for it. I need to check where the ceiling is. Okay, yeah, that's what I thought. So the ceiling, you can either make it 3 blocks tall or 4 blocks tall. It does not matter. So 4 blocks tall would be along the oak logs. 3 blocks would be here. 4 blocks I'd prefer, or I think 4 blocks is better, but 3 blocks, I'm going to do 3 blocks. So you're just going to fill the ceiling at whatever level you want. I'm going to say I'm going to say that again. You're going to fill the ceiling at whatever level you want with oak planks, because I don't know what I said before that. See, my brain does not feel like functioning. It just doesn't. It's like, no. Sorry, not today. And then once you do that, it should get very dark, so you're gonna get out your torches. You can just kind of spam place them anywhere, honestly. I'm gonna make sure that they're only on the second level of this place, though, and there are not too many crowded in one area. Oh yeah, I think there's supposed to be another window on the left, at the back. Let me check. Yeah, there's supposed to be an extra window at the back on the left, so I'm gonna add that. There should be one here. Plus, I realized that. I feel like that's all you need. I would suggest adding one maybe above the door. And obviously the center is gonna end up getting dark, but that's okay. Place like 9 torches, and then get out your bed, and I would suggest placing it either on the left or whatever. So I'm gonna place it at the left side right there, and I'm gonna place a double chest either side of it, and then over in the back right corner I'm gonna place a crafting table with a couple furnaces. I'm gonna place like 6, because you know, you can never have too many furnaces. And obviously I would suggest making this like an anvil. You could even, what I'd suggest doing is once you get once you get to the enchantment table level, put your enchanting table in this corner, then have your crafting table and maybe a couple furnaces over here, and then like maybe an anvil. And you could put your brewing stand above the crafting table. It's just, you know, whatever, and then have a dog like carpet, I don't know, in the middle. But really, beyond this point, you can do whatever you'd like with it, and obviously throughout the tutorial, you could also do whatever you want with it. Good lord, is my English bad? Thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you guys did enjoy this video as I saved the playlists as usual. And I also have to make a new playlist. Do I do tutorial or tutorials? I'm going to do tutorials because I don't know what I do. I want to make sure it made that because I don't know if I hit it. There we go, it did make it. Have a fantastic rest of your day or night, and I will see you on the next one. Peace!